Hi guys, I hope that you're all having a fabulous day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have some unboxings. I picked up a couple goodies from Saint Laurent and from Louis Vuitton. However, one of those Louis Vuitton items had to go back, but I still wanted to talk about it. So I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? All right, I will be putting links to everything that I talk about in this video in the description box below if you want to check it out. And let's just get right into it because I don't think you guys need a whole backstory or anything like that. Let me know when it comes to unboxings. Do you like people to give you a backstory? I think sometimes you need it. Or do you just want people to get right into it? It's like, dude, let me see what you got. All right, so here is the box that says Saint Laurent. It didn't come with a ribbon or anything like that. And inside you have the dust bag and a little envelope. I do believe that in this envelope is the, it's the care booklet and all that other good stuff. Let me set this aside. And once again, there's the dust bag. And I picked up the beautiful Saint Laurent zippered card holder in the hot pink pebbled leather with the shiny gold hardware. Check that out. I love this. I think it is so incredibly beautiful. First of all, you guys know how I feel about pink. I love the color pink. Any shade of pink, I'm a big fan. And I love this gold hardware because it's not the champagne gold hardware. It's that very yellow gold hardware that that Saint Laurent is known for. And I think it makes for a fabulous pairing. Do you guys hear that snoring? That is Theo right next to me. He is snoring up a storm. But anywho, so there it is. Let me take all this stuff out so I can give you guys a proper tour of it. But this is the little SKU card, and I think I have another one in here. I do. There's another little SKU card. Okay, so here we go. Once again, this is the zippered card holder in the hot pink pebbled leather with a shiny gold hardware. And there's the front side with the YSL logo. On the back side, you have a total of 5 credit card slots. As you can see, it is very slender, which I think is perfect, especially if you want to maximize your space with your smaller handbags. So there's that. And then at the very top, you have the zippered pouch, and the zipper pull here says Saint Laurent Paris. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see it because it does have the little sticker on it. But it opens up like so, very smooth zipper. And then inside it says Saint Laurent Paris. There we go, and it is lined in black leather as well. So I think that this is so incredibly beautiful. At first I thought about going for it in the regular size flat card holder. Here I have it in the black and I also have it in the taupe. I'm a big fan of these card holders and I'll talk about them in just a second. But I was really drawn to this one because it has the little zippered pocket. So that way, obviously you're able to carry a lot more with you than you would in a flat card holder because you can still double these up, and you also have space in here for more cards or cash and coins or whatever you wanted to put in here. So I do like the fact that you have a little bit more play with it, and it's also not very restricting. It's not very tight. It is pretty spacious for a smaller little pouch, a zippered pouch. So I thought that was absolutely wonderful. And let me put these guys side by side so you can see the size difference. And let me do this. So as you can see, it's just a little bit longer, and they're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same width or depth. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just absolutely love this combo. I think it is gorgeous. And I've said it before and I will say it again. When it comes to Saint Laurent's pebbled leather, in my opinion, it has got to be the most durable out there when it comes to luxury goods. I mean, this black one I have had for, I want to say 7 or 8 years. I have put this thing through hell. It has been through the ringer, and it still looks as good as new. I don't have any pop stitches. I don't have any fraying. I don't have anything like that. I have very fine little hairline scratches on the hardware here, but other than that, it still looks as good as new. I have doubled up the cards in here many of times, and it hasn't stretched out or anything like that. I will admit that in the beginning it was a little bit tight, but even now it's not like it's completely you know, it's not completely stretched out, which I think is absolutely amazing. So if you are looking for a card holder that is very, very durable and still has a very friendly price point compared to other companies out there, compared to other luxury companies that, that go for a lot more and don't have the same durability, I honestly cannot recommend these card holders enough. I think that they're wonderful. This one is obviously a little bit more expensive because obviously you have the little zippered pouch, but it is still an amazing material because this pebbled leather, it feels like it's indestructible. I mean, there was a point in time when I used this every day for like a month, which you guys know if you've been watching my channel is something that I normally don't do because I do get very stir crazy, but I used it for like a month straight. I just didn't want to switch out of it, and it still looks incredible. So I absolutely love and I highly, highly recommend Saint Laurent's pebbled leather. There is no doubt in my mind that this card holder is going to be on major repeat. So once again, the Saint Laurent zippered card holder in the hot pink pebbled leather and the shiny gold hardware. Absolutely, absolutely love that. All right, so let me set all these guys off to the side. I feel so uncomfortable today. I feel like this shirt is just a little too tight on my arms. See what I mean? Look at that. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be doing this throughout the whole video either, but it feels wrong shirt to wear today. All right, let's keep going with another item from Saint Laurent. So this guy came just like this. I actually bought it on Nordstrom, and I was a little bit disappointed because it didn't come with a box or anything. Although at the same time, it's like, what am I going to do with the box? I'm just going to end up hoarding it with the other boxes that I have in my room, you know? So it was, I guess you could say, a blessing in disguise, but still, I feel like it would have been nice to get the box. So just know if you do end up getting some luxury goods from Nordstrom, or Nordstrom.com, I should say, there is a chance that you might get the item just like so, just in the dust bag without the box. So here we go, the dust bag that says Saint Laurent. And I picked up the beautiful Saint Laurent Lolita cosmetic pouch in the black lambskin with the shiny gold hardware. I love this cosmetic pouch. I think it is so, so beautiful. I wish there was like a smell-o-vision or a feel-o-vision because this lambskin feels so incredibly soft. It's like butter. Look at that. I love it. And as you can see, the quilting or the quilts that it has, they're all pretty much puffy. Some of them have some indentations, not too bad, but I love it. And once again, you do have the shiny yellow gold hardware, kind of like on the card holder that I just showed you guys. But I think it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now, they have this cosmetic pouch in 2 different sizes. This is the largest out of the 2. The other one is probably about this big. And I mean, it's a great size if you want to carry a couple of lipsticks, nothing too crazy, something like obviously a smaller catch-all or a smaller cosmetic pouch. But it's also $100 less expensive than this one. So I figured, why not get the bigger one? Go big or go home. And I was also thinking, can you imagine the amount of lip products that I can carry in this? Because we all know I am a lip junkie. So I was like, yeah, we gotta go for the bigger one. But I think it's gorgeous. Let me take all this stuff out so I can show you guys another proper tour of it. There we go. And here is the SKU card. And once again, I will put all of that on the description box below. Okay, so once again, this is the Lolita cosmetic pouch. On the bottom, it doesn't have any feet. It doesn't have the quilting on the bottom either. You have the zipper closure, and then you have a little bit of a zipper pull with the YSL monogram at the very end, or a chain, I should say, a chain zipper pull, and it opens up very smoothly, and there we go. Now in the interior, it does have the wipeable material. It doesn't have the leather lining, which I think is great. So that way, if you were to get any type of stains from your lipsticks or any type of cosmetics that you're carrying, it's very easy to clean up. So I do think that's awesome. It does come with one little slip pocket right there that says Saint Laurent Paris, made in Italy. And then you just have the SKU right there. But I love how spacious that is. Look at that. It's not restricting whatsoever. It's very, very spacious. You're going to be able to see everything at a glance. You know, it's not like it's just this tiny little opening, not at all. So I think that is fabulous. This is going to be perfect inside of my larger totes as well. Let me just bring that up close. Now this pouch is also available. I saw it in 3 different colors. I don't know if they've had in other colors previously, but they have it in black. They also have it in Crema Soft, and the Crema Soft is that, it's kind of like that grayish white. It leans a little bit more towards gray, and again, it does have they all have the gold hardware. And the other one is Marine, which is a navy blue. But I love the way that this looks. I'm not going to be using it as a clutch because we all know I am terrible when it comes to clutches. I am strictly looking at this either as a cosmetic pouch or as a catch-all inside of my larger totes. But I think it's awesome. And I also like the fact that it stays in the upright position when you go to set it down on a table. When it comes to cosmetic pouches, that's one thing that always drives me nuts because there are so many out there that are so beautiful, but you set them down on a table and they just flop over, and then if you have a lot of stuff in there, obviously all your stuff goes flying out. So I like the fact that this stays in the upright position. It's awesome. And let me also show you guys a quick size comparison with the Louis Vuitton Cosmetic Pouch GM, just to give you guys a better idea. As you can see, the Louis Vuitton Cosmetic Pouch is a little bit longer. It's also a lot taller, but the Lolita is definitely a lot wider. So there we go. But once again, the Saint Laurent Lolita Cosmetic Pouch in the larger size in the black lambskin with the shiny gold hardware. I think it is absolutely beautiful. These items came to be because of a wonderful night that I was having with my insomnia. Gotta love insomnia, said no one ever. I think it was either like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Obviously I couldn't sleep and I was just, you know, checking out handbags and small leather goods. Then I found myself at the Louis Vuitton website and the Saint Laurent website and the Nordstrom website, and I saw that these items were available and I was like, oh, add to cart, add to cart. Good old insomnia, right? But I have had my items, I have had my eye on these items, so it was kind of a nice surprise that, that they were available. All right, so before we get into the Louis Vuitton item that I got, as you guys heard me say at the beginning of this video, the other Louis Vuitton item that I purchased, I already sent back. It didn't end up working out the way that I would have liked, but before I sent it back, I also filmed a quick little snippet, a quick little unboxing. I wanted to show you guys the item and also share why I decided against it. So I'm going to insert that clip and then we'll get into this one. As I mentioned, this guy will be going back, so I will be extra careful with it, but I still wanted to show you guys the details of it just in case you're also looking to add this to your collection. All right, so here it is in its dust bag. And I purchased the Louis Vuitton key pouch in the black empreinte leather with the gold hardware. All right, so let me get as close as I possibly can to show you guys the details. So there is one side, there is the other. And here is the zipper pull. I love the zipper pull on the empreinte key pouches compared to the canvas ones, because the canvas ones you just have, you know, kind of the matte hardware that says LV. This one is shiny gold hardware. It says Louis Vuitton. It's a lot larger. Plus you also have the longer leather pull tab as well. So that's a really nice detail, very smooth zipper. And in here I have the SKU card and the textile card. There is the SKU, and I will also add that to the description box below if you guys want to check it out. All right, and here is the key ring, and the key ring still has the sticker attached to it, which I thought was really nice. I don't know about you, but anytime I get something from Louis Vuitton that still has the sticker, I'm like, yes, because it's like, it's a fresh piece, you know? And on the inside it says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it or not, but there we go. Okay, so I noticed a couple things. First and foremost, when I took this out of the box, I was kind of underwhelmed. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think that, I mean, you guys know that when it comes to black leather and gold hardware, that is like my ultimate combo. But I was also kind of underwhelmed. I don't know. I was expecting it to be different, I guess. Even though I've seen pictures of it before, seeing it in real life, it just didn't really spark the joy that I thought that it would. Plus, I also noticed that the embossing on here isn't as deep as I thought it would be, especially because on one side it's deeper than the other. So here's one side and here's the other. On this one, it seems like the embossing is definitely a lot deeper than this one right there. So I don't know, it just didn't really, it's beautiful. I'm not trying to take anything away from it, but it just didn't really, I don't know. It was underwhelming, I guess. And I really thought that the embossing was going to be a little bit more like it is on this Empreinte key pouch. Now, they no longer make these guys. I used to have this in black, red, and still this is the rose ballerine. As you guys know, if you have been watching my channel for a while, the red and the black melted, so I'm left with this one. But the embossing on this one is a lot deeper than it is on this one. Here's just a side-by-side comparison. I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture it or not. But I mean, this guy is a lot more lightweight. It's a lot more flexible than the other Empreinte key pouch. And the only thing that I can think of is because it is a lot more lightweight, it's a lot less material. That's probably why it doesn't have that deep embossing that this one does, because if it goes any deeper, it's just gonna go on the back side of this leather piece. So I think, I definitely think that that's the way that they're supposed to be. Well, maybe one side's still supposed to be a little bit deeper than I mean, at least they should match. But I think that's the reason why maybe it's not as deep as it is on the old Empreinte pouches. I mean, I could be wrong. Plus, this one seems like it's just has another piece of leather on the opposite side. So again, it's a lot thicker than this one is. Now, when it comes to how lightweight this is, I do think that's great, because if you end up carrying a lot in your bag, it makes it that much easier to carry more items with you. And the fact that it is a little bit more flexible also allows you to carry a larger key fob in here without an issue of having to worry that it's too tight, that it's too restricting either, because you do have a lot more space. I mean, look at that. It's not like I'm not trying to, I'm trying to be very careful, but you can see that you have a lot more give than you do with some of the others. So I do like that aspect as well. But again, it's just between the embossing and I don't know, maybe it's because I really do like that thicker leather that has that type of sturdiness to it than this one. But it just didn't, I don't know, it just really didn't do it for me. It's a very beautiful small leather good, but definitely not what I was expecting. All right, now for the last Louis Vuitton item. I kind of don't want to open it because I have a feeling some of you guys are gonna make fun of me, because believe it or not, I already had this item. I sold it, I want to say it was probably 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, and I definitely missed it, especially because I had this exact item in 2 other canvas prints that I sold during the same time that I sold this one, but I have since repurchased those other 2 prints, and I really wanted to have the trifecta once again. What can I say, all right? What can I say? All I can tell you is that just like the other 2 that I have repurchased, this guy isn't going anywhere. This is 100% a forever item for me. I learned my lesson. Plus, I'm not really the type of person that repurchases things after they've sold them. For the most part, I make my peace with the item. So it's just one of those that I just could not let go. I could not let go. And I saw that it was available, so I went for it, all right? You guys are gonna be like, oh my, mini, I know it, all right? I just know it, but I already opened up, or took off the ribbon, but there is the box that says Louis Vuitton, especially because of the price difference from what I paid many, many moons ago to what I paid for it now. But here it is in the dust bag. And I purchased the beautiful Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoire in Demi Azur. I love the Pochette Accessoire. I think it's one of the best items that Louis Vuitton has, and I can't believe that they had the Demi Azur available. I have definitely been hunting this down for quite some time. Now, originally I sold my first Demi Azur because the zipper started to, get really, I started having issues here. It started to change color, the hardware, and it started to stain the outside of the zipper. I had tried cleaning it. I even took it into Louis Vuitton, and I didn't have much success with it, so I ended up selling it. But as I said before, this isn't going anywhere. Anywhere. All right, so let me just show you guys. There it is. And this one is Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. There's a little tag and a very smooth zipper. And inside you have one open compartment, one little slip pocket. And in here I have the textile card and the SKU card. And there is the number. And again, I will put all of that down below. But there it is. I mean, these guys are, they're very simple. They're very, very simple, but you can incorporate them into your lifestyle so many different ways. I definitely feel that they are endless. And I know that that's something that I say all the time, but I really feel that way when it comes to the pochette accessoire. And this is perfect for those days when it's really hot and I just want to carry the bare essentials. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. One thing I can also say is that the canvas doesn't feel flimsy because I do have some newer pieces that feel like they're a little bit thinner as far as the canvas goes, but this guy feels thicker. It actually feels thicker than my monogram one. It has the same type of canvas thickness that the Damier Ebene does. So that's really, really nice. It feels like old school Louis Vuitton to me. I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if I'm just seeing these, if I'm seeing this through rose-colored glasses or whatnot, but it honestly it reminds me of old school Louis Vuitton. It doesn't feel flimsy. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart or anything like that. It just absolutely seems like I never parted ways with mine. But it's exactly the same. Actually, the only difference that no, they're exactly the same. They're all exactly the same. They have the same. Actually, the monogram one has the different zipper. It has the, let me see if I can do this. And I have the little, the strap inside of this one. But as you can see, the zipper pull on the monogram one is a little bit more matte. It's a little bit more muted, and it has more of a champagne gold hardware, if you will. Whereas these guys have a little bit more of that yellow hardware, and they're also shinier than this one. But I love, love, love the pochette accessoire. If you guys are a fan of the pochette accessoire, let me know in the comment section down below. And how we feel about this. This is perfect. This is perfect, right? I am so, so happy that this item is back in my collection. As I said before, it's definitely not going anywhere. And, you know, it was an expensive lesson that I learned, I guess, because even with its current price point, because it has gone up considerably from what I paid for mine before, I still think that it's worth it just because it just has so much versatility, and it's a very simple bag, but it can be dressed up, it can be dressed down. I think it's awesome. Absolutely amazing. So the Louis Vuitton pochette accessoire in Damier Azur. Sometimes it's just one of those things, you never really know what you have until it's gone, right? How many times? I haven't said that too many times, like I said before, when it comes to the items that I end up selling. I always make my peace with it. I'm always like, you know what? We had a great time. It's time to move on. But this is one that I just could not let go. I couldn't let it go. And I saw it on that website and I was like, if I don't get it now, I'll never be able to find it again. So I was very happy about that. So I guess you can say thank you, insomnia. Can you say that? I think so. I mean, it wasn't the most successful sleeping night, but I would have to say it was a pretty successful shopping night indeed. At least that's the way that I'm gonna see it. That's my silver lining. That's what I'm gonna take away from it. But anywho, as I said before, I was really bummed out about the Louis Vuitton key pouch, and let me know if you guys also experienced the same thing, or if you decided to keep it, or whatever the case may be, let me know. And what do you guys think about this setup? I think it's a nice change, at least for me anyways, because let's be honest, I'm very lazy to take out all of my handbags out of the dust bags and set them up behind me. So this is a little bit more, this is a little easy breezy for me. But let me know if you guys like this, this setup. But that does it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to give you a little bit more information, especially if you're looking to add these items to your collection. But if you did enjoy it, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.